Welcome to This Bitch with Sara SHENK and Kim Congdon.
You could probably sell fake farts for cash.
You could stream this and it would be
People are into
money.
that?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh,
No,
my
Kim.
God. Put it in a jar.
Want to hear me fart live? Just subscribe to KimmyFarts.com.
I don't like it.
Oopsie, I made a toot.
Oh,
you
my
play
God.
that angle?
What's up, everybody?
Daddy
don't
doesn't
like
make
it.
me hear a toot.
It's true. The rumors are true, what you're hearing. We're
farting.
back. This Bitch podcast with another week. I'm Kim Congdon.
And I'm Sara SHENK.
And we're really excited about our guest today. It's Josh motherfucking Potter.
The cockroach.
We got the
Hey.
motherfucking roach in the house, dude. It's
Smoking
hot in
a
here.
roach.
My chair keeps making a fart sound. It's not easy.
I just crawled out from under the couch. I'm like, hey.
He did. I said, I got roaches? And he said, you got one. You got an extra mic? I was like, all right. Whatever, man. Whatever, dude. How you been, Josh?
I've been great.
We were
Just
talking.
drinking my face off the last few days.
We were talking in the car about just being a step parent.
Well, we're all getting to that age where it's
Where it's
becoming a bit of a higher probability than one
more
would have
often than not.
dreamed of, I
You would
suppose.
say.
Yeah.
It's the
No one
it's,
goes
It's
into
the new view.
yeah. Nobody
It's-
goes into life thinking, I hope I'm a stepmom.
God, someday I hope I can grow up and find myself, and then I can raise someone else's kids.
I hope I could just be involved in someone's life where I have to pretend I also love them unconditionally.
Oh, you come
And we
with
all know
baggage?
I don't.
Oh, you come with baggage? My heart is so full.
3 Christmases. Love that. Love 3 Christmases.
Love 3 Christmases is my literal nightmare.
And then if you have your own kids, it's 4.
How good do you think you'd be? I'd
Wait,
go.
it's still 3.
Wait, yeah. Well, they'd all go to one Christmas, wouldn't they?
Well, because you'd go to your parents, his parents, and then the son's family's parents.
I'm not putting it on multiple Christmases.
And
It's
if
one
the kid,
Christmas,
if
and
the
that's
kid
it,
has to go,
sweetie.
it depends how deep in you are with the family. If the kid has to go see both set of grandparents from the baby mama side,
Yeah.
you're in deep.
I just would be that guy that comes there like, oh, there's Josh. He just drinks beer and stands in the corner. I'd be that guy at
I
all
feel
the
like
parties.
you'd be the
Fun
stepdad that gets
stepdad.
along with the dad.
Uncle Josh, do we call him? Like everyone doesn't know really like what to have their kids call me.
Mr. Josh.
Mr. Josh. yeah.
That's such a stepdad thing at first when you don't know what to do. You're
Mr.
like,
Josh?
I'm like, what's up, kid?
yeah, you give stepdad energy.
Yeah, you do.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Kinda.
100%
I've-
stepdad energy.
That's I didn't grow into daddy. I grew into stepdaddy.
If you had a biological child, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, right?
I'd be like, no, that's not yours. That's someone else's that you
That's so
raised.
funny. Because, I'm just like cracking a beer and I'll be like, listen, kid.
watching a game.
I just would look over at him all the time. I'm like, listen, kid, I'm not going to try to be your dad. I'm not trying to replace your dad. That old.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah, the saying.
That's how you
That's
connect.
that's me the whole way out. I go, hey, what's up, Jake? I'm Josh. I'm not going to.
Even
Try
the
and
intro
replace your
is
dad.
stepdad.
Yeah, what's up, kid? I'm gonna go bang your mom.
Whoa.
They know. I mean, you don't say that, but that's the energy that every stepdad I feel like gives off.
It is.
Hey there,
Wanna go
Skip
You
or
wanna-
whatever.
Here's $5. Why don't you go get yourself an ice cream so I could be alone with your mom?
Yeah, giving him an insulting
Ew.
amount of money.
Ew, that is a stepdad move to give you money so he can go stick
the
his
pipe.
dick in your mom's
Why
throat.
don't you go to the bowling alley with your
good.
pals tonight?
Yeah, it's on me.
It's on
Mr.
Josh tonight.
Oh, not
Here's
the
$20.
not the tab being covered by Mr. Josh. I gotta tell you, I went back home.
The tab.
Mr. Josh.
Oh my
is so
God!
funny.
Call me that out, please. Just
Mr.
in front of
Josh is
strangers, Mr. Josh.
Stepdaddy, Mr. Josh.
Mr. Josh.
Mr. Josh.
Listen, I gotta tell you, I
Mr. Josh,
recently,
can I have money?
as a woman in her 30s, I'm good on this. As a woman in her 30s, I recently went back home to visit my family, and my mom's boyfriend came out, or her ex-boyfriend came out of the woodwork suddenly when I was in town, and he was like, wanting to hang out with my mom, and he took like we all went to dinner, and then he covered the tab,
Ooh.
and then he was driving us back, and I was like, "Daddy, can we stop for ice cream?"
That's so funny.
From the back seat, yeah.
Oh,
I was like,
that's
"Dad,
funny.
I want ice cream."
Take you to get ice cream?
No,
No.
and it was really funny.
Oh, that's very funny.
Wow.
It's very funny.
I'm good.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That
Dude,
do you
if
have a
my
name
mom
for
had a
him?
boyfriend?
No, I just call him by his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was her boyfriend for like 3 months.
And you just what? Dad and mom like normal?
I have dad and mom.
Because I have a stepmom, and she's borderline my age, and she is
What?
the most African American woman you've ever seen. Like, it's just so random.
You have a
Like, when
black
go out-
stepmom that's also your age?
Yeah.
This is something you should lead with.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I mean
I
it's.
can't believe that.
It is.
This is.
I thought
yeah,
my dad
this
was
is-
racist my whole life, and here we are. So I mean, I was proud of him, to say the least.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. Like, I bring up this wedding photos for people. I'm like, it's jarring. People are like, I go, "You want to see my stepmom?" They're like, "Sure." And then they're like, "Whoa, did not expect that duo."
No.
Hey, I'm all
What's
for
her
it
name?
though. Very progressive.
No, you don't have to say her
name's,
name.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you her name later.
Is it like a very
No,
black stepmom
no, that's
name?
the thing. It's just a normal,
It's just a normal name.
it's a normal white name.
normal
No.
white name. Now you're getting canceled.
Let me get it canceled.
Oh, the torches.
Oh, shit. They're
Here
It is,
coming.
it
The
is a
torches.
traditional name.
Traditional name.
Anglo-Christian name. I don't
Anglo.
know. Is
What's
that white?
Anglo?
Does that mean white, actually?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That just means
Shit,
white?
I fucked it up, yeah.
Oh, no.
I thought it meant Christian.
It does.
It does.
I think it has something to do with religion.
Anglo-Saxon? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm too
What's
stupid to have this
Saxon?
conversation.
I don't know, but like, you know what it is? It's just like words from high school are just coming up right now.
Mesopotamia?
I'm like Homo sapien.
Well, no.
Mesopotamia.
You guys named some wild
Amphibian.
words.
Okay.
I thought we were talking like colonial Williamsburg stuff over here, you know, like parchment. Like
I
you
used
hear
to
about
live
that,
near
or-
Williamsburg.
No shit. I used to go there as a kid, and like I legit thought we were taking a bus back in time until I was about 12.
Because they reenact everything.
Well, yeah, you go on this bus and you like you don't know where you're
I just
going,
meant
and then
New York.
oh, Williamsburg,
You
New
meant
York.
Brooklyn.
I'm talking about colonial ass Virginia.
He's talking about parchment.
yeah,
Honey.
making paper and like butter and shit.
Churning your own butter.
And then guys coming in who are actors who are like, "Have you heard of this George Washington fella?"
oh no.
And I love those guys. I'm like, that's a cool job. Like once I figured out it was
So
a
you're
job.
you're just there, and suddenly
Yeah, there's
the
a guy.
war starts.
Bark-
A fake war
exactly,
breaks out.
one of those, like a fake
Suddenly
war.
they're like, "Hide your children," and you're like, "Is this real? There's actual shootings happening."
It's so tame. Yeah,
Like,
that's very
They're
funny.
coming. And it's like,
Again.
who's coming? Is this part of the act? Please tell me if it's an act so I can enjoy.
I haven't been there since the 90s, so you're right. Like now you hear a gunshot and the
put this
crowd would
closer.
react completely different
Yeah.
than when they did back then. Back then they'd be
Actually,
like,
I could
"Ooh, I think it's the battle." What happened?
The Battle of what? No, I'm just trying to
Oh,
up.
I think it's the Battle of Gettysburg or something, and then nowadays though you hear it and it's like it's Columbine. You
Yeah.
know, like run.
Nowadays you're like, I have to get out of here. I need to find the quickest exit.
That's crazy.
The way that I realized that Colonial Williamsburg wasn't me actually time traveling and going back in time was I walked around it so thoroughly that I got to the edge and saw cars, and that fucked me up. I was like,
I'm
you
not
know-
buying
it was
You know
like
what's a
seeing
funny
Santa
thought?
Claus pull his beard down and be like, "I'm not real," and it just
In
breaks your brain.
Williamsburg, those guys are like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. Like those guys get fucked. Like they're like, I like the way you ward today. Like,
Do you
like,
think?
What do you, yes, I think. I
Oh,
bet
you
they,
think they're
I
like
bet
a-
they have like their own groupies.
Yes.
Why-
Like my husband.
No
the
one's seen.
general.
Well,
Yeah, yeah. They're
Okay,
all
like
I
bragging.
get to fuck the general tonight.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I thought it was more like people on vacation. They find like single mothers and stuff like that. and
I
they
bet
go,
also. I bet they're pooling
Haven't seen
still.
hair as golden as yours since 1694 when the Native Americans were driven away. Like I give you some fact and flirt with you. You know? They're trying to get pussy.
I'd go down there and be like, oh, get out.
War reenactment pussy.
Back to Florida.
A war reenactment groupie.
Oh my god.
A groupie. A
You guys
war-
should do that.
Lieutenant.
Oh man, I'm gonna fuck that general.
Lieutenant. Figgity fuck me, Lieutenant. Figgity fuck me.
You guys are just up on the hill watching it like at a picnic, like they do, like the people do, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, that one guy in the front who died real quick. Look at that guy.
I'll watch him die every day.
That's
One
kind of
of-
how I am when I watch like a Broadway show. I go, if one of these guys would straight, or which one of these girls would I fuck? When I was watching Chicago, I was like,
On TV or live in person?
live in person.
Ooh, okay.
I like to pick who I.
Chicago. She's trying to be out cultured.
That was at the
Chicago.
Pantages
Let me
Theater.
tell you about Chicago.
You saw it at Pantages?
Look at my fridge. 1, Playbill, Chicago. 2,
How'd you get there?
what do you mean there?
How'd you get to Chicago, you cultured bitch?
Mike Harrington
Oh, I knew.
bought 3 tickets for me, him, and his girlfriend because
It was in New York?
Him?
I'm constantly the third wheel of all my
always
friends.
benefits from whoever.
Was it in New York or in
It's
LA?
good to be a friend that the girl always wants to take with you.
Yeah.
I'm always the friend that the friend has the boyfriend. What?
I said, was it in New York or
yeah.
LA?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was New York.
Because they had it here as well.
Well, let me tell you about Chicago.
All right. Do tell. Windy City.
It's about a couple of young girls that want to be stars.
Yeah.
They've casted the same woman since they started playing 25 years, I think. The same woman is trying to be a young rising star.
Oh, my
they
Lord.
just have this old bitch. It's literally, it was like, it was, I am not kidding when I tell you this. It was a mind fuck. They just have this fucking, yes.
You know
Well,
that
what do you
she's
think? They
having that
can't
after.
fire her.
Well, after the show, she's having those things with the producers. They're like, they're gonna try and move me out of here, and I'm never gonna go. And
For sure. She comes out. She's fucking. You can hear her knees cracking. She's like, I'm gonna make it in the big city, and I'm gonna find a husband and kids. I said, bitch, you're going through menopause.
Sure.
What are you talking
but
about?
off stage, she's like, there would be no Chicago without me. You know.
It truly is those vibes. It was wild to me. I'm telling you right now, I could not believe. I was confused the entire show.
She
because
wasn't in
of
the movie
age.
though, huh?
Well, I've never
You think
seen
she's
the movie.
pissed with the movie? Isn't the movie like Nicole Kidman that got an Oscar and all this horseshit?
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I truly didn't understand. I was like,
How
this
old
too
is she?
okay? In the show, I think she's supposed to be 20 or something.
and 20, so add 25.
And she was like 50.
She was probably 25
She
when
was
she
easily
started.
late 50s.
But how was the performance?
It was good, but it was confusing because I didn't understand. No one
Listen
explained.
here, mother. It's a woman younger than her.
Yeah. Yes, I'm not kidding. You're laughing. I am not kidding. It was like a kooky world where I was like, are we all pretending this old cunt is 20?
That's so funny.
And we're just not bringing it up?
That is so funny.
Because of law?
No.
This is why the art's being
all the
ruined by
real
PC culture.
theater heads probably are like, well, we suspend disbelief because this is the legendary Agatha, whoever. You know what I mean?
Get
So-
into it. I'm watching. It's also making me sad. I'm watching this woman in her 50s trying to live a dream. I go, is that what it's gonna be?
She's lived her dream. Her
No.
dream is she's trying to grind this out now for the rest of her life. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll do what she'll announce her retirement at some point. The producers will be like, we got to get her out of here. So either you retire or we're going to fire you. And we'd rather you go out gracefully. We can do a farewell tour.
Right.
And then that'll be tickets. So it'll be like, whoever this bitch is, last run of the shows, and she'll go around and do a few more. And then she'll stop for 5 years. They'll get a new one. You know
a
what
young
I mean?
hot one.
Yeah.
The cast will be furious.
But 5 years later, she
not the
returns.
understudy who's 35 losing her place.
Yes, no, that she's got them all breathing down her neck. She's like, these fucking understudies.
And
think they're gonna take over.
And let
for
me tell you,
today.
the understudy's panicking because in her head she goes, "I'm in my 30s. Once they get rid of this bitch, they're gonna go. They had to hold her so long. They're
Right.
gonna go super young.
Yes,
they're gonna go
get
15, so they can get a good 15 years before it's unbelievable.
some
No,
Disney
that's
Channel
right.
reject is gonna get the
yeah,
job.
dude. Not that.
trying to hack the casting at Chicago.
It's a tale as old as time. It's a trope as common as Chicago itself.
Yeah, I was absolutely shocked. I could not believe
That's
that.
wild. That's so funny.
I just didn't even get the whole thing. But by the end, I was like, "Oh, she was supposed to be young."
That's
I
so
didn't even
funny.
get it. I was like, "What is this supposed to be like sarcastic?"
Yeah, that'd be like doing Grease and being like, Danny Zuko is played by John Travolta. You're like, isn't he in his 60s?
Yeah.
Now? Like, and he's up there. He's like, hey, high school.
Yeah. It was like watching Pen 15. Seriously.
Wild. That's
No,
so funny. And all
I
the other
swear.
characters are age appropriate.
Yes, I swear. And everyone else is young. And she's competing with this young girl and like beating her. And she's like, I always bring the shine. She's like, her hands are fucking shaking throughout the whole
What are
thing.
you talking about?
This woman, I don't feel bad for her because she's living the
money.
theater dream for her. I mean, like, what do you?
She's also soaking it up. Go make the
Yeah.
show better. Leave.
That's what. If I was her, I'd be like, I'm too old to play this
Not
part.
me. I'd be like, keep the checks coming, honey.
Yeah, if you're writing
Baby,
Sarah a check,
baby.
she's shimmying and whimmying down that line till the end of time, sweetie.
Catch me on stage
That's
with
so
booby
funny.
tassels.
That's so funny that she's just old as fuck. That
It's
makes me laugh.
crazy.
Dude, yeah, but like no one wants to be the person that says, "Hey, Samantha, come in. We got to talk."
Well, the second those
getting
ticket
a
sales.
little-
Samantha,
old.
her name's probably Barbara or something.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I can't wait to.
Now
Google
you giving her
this
a young
later.
girl name.
Sam,
Listen, Ethel.
Ethyl. It sounds like a fuel.
Is your car running ethyl?
Sounds like a fucking crypto thing.
It does.
Listen, ergonomics. It's always like a weird name.
Yeah, like fucking those crypto names are always like, oh, it's about like space and trees together. You know, it's a portmanteau of words. Like, you're like, all right, man, I'm lost at the word, let
know
alone
what you're
how it's
saying,
working.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. Listen.
How did we get on to
Being
Chicago?
a stepmom, I think I'd be good at. Because it's only like your. Are
I
you
think
like
you'd
a
be
half
good at it
mom?
too.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, it's easier. I feel like for, like I said, girls with a single dad because they're
'Cause the
seeing the
mom's
kids
more involved.
infrequently as it is, so you're going to see them even more infrequently, and then you're just like the
But you
girl
gotta
dad
deal-
has around.
But you gotta deal with the ex-wife, and that's where there could be problems on the home front.
Most of
All
them,
of
I
a
think,
sudden-
are zero contact.
Let me tell you, if you're with the dad and he's already separated, there's
Right.
something wrong with the dude already.
Right.
So it's like the one with the kid is probably like good. I feel like a lot of the times like there's still something, but I feel like a lot of the times they're also like go.
Well,
Yeah.
not trying to stick up for my gender, but let's also look at the tragic tale of the single mom on most occasions. Not exactly not damaged goods most of the time. There's some trauma attached to something that either the ex-husband did or a father or like, you know,
Yeah, if you're a single mom, you
something
don't
to
trust
set this
any man.
pattern into
One
place.
thing a father will do is leave some trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do it like it's nobody's business.
There's a
sweetie.
teacher, a something. There's something along the way that set this all into play, and now you're catching her on like, I've grown in my 30s, and you go, okay, now we can like be together, and you become complacent with each other. That's the single dad, like becoming the stepdad. That's the trail, I guess, you know.
That's
Yeah.
the trail.
But being a stepmom, you get to like come in and they're like,
You're, like,
she's
hot
so
and
cool.
you're baking.
Yeah. The
You're
boys
just
like you because
cooler
you're
and
hot.
younger than the mom. You're usually younger than the mom too.
Yes.
I need gluten-free snickerdoodles. Who
Listen, I
wants
gotta tell you,
mine?
if your stepmom's older than your mom, your dad fucked up. Your dad
Yeah.
fucked up. He didn't know how to do stepmom
Yeah,
right.
would you
The
even
stepmom-
bother?
The stepmom always got to be younger and hotter and
Yes.
more fun.
Yes. Otherwise, what are you
more
even doing?
fun for sure.
More fun for sure.
She
Yeah.
has a hair wrap. She's 35. You're like,
Almost unstable fun.
Almost like a babysitter.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
that's good
A
energy.
stepmom is babysitter energy.
That's the thing. It's like
I
for a
think I'd be
girl
great
kid,
stepmom.
like say there was a girl kid and a boy kid, right? I go
Okay.
in there and it's Mr. Josh and the whole deal, and they're like, "You're never gonna be my dad," and I'm like, "I'm not trying to be kid," you know, like
you give
to
them
both
a
of
good
them.
talk, yeah.
And then, but when you guys go in as the stepmom role,
Right.
boy and girl, the girl thinks like my new older sister, and the boy thinks I want to fuck her too, dad. You know what I mean? Like it's
Whoa.
inherently like they get crushes on you. You know what I'm saying? Like they get all
they
flirty.
listen.
Whoa.
Yes.
I said, you guys need to do your homework, and then they listen.
Yeah, they're like, cute Sarah said I have to do my homework, so
Cute
I guess I have to.
So
Yeah.
fun, Sarah. That's what they call
So
you.
fun, Sarah. Yeah.
It's so fun, Sarah. She's gonna pick us up and bring us.
Mom,
ice cream.
Sarah did this and this and this, and then the mom hates you more and more.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah.
But I
Every
also
day.
put myself in the mom's position of being like, who the fuck's this bitch?
I know.
This young bitch Riley
That's what I'm
coming
saying.
through.
Listen,
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
dated a guy with a kid, I would fuck up on purpose just to make mom feel better. I go, yeah, I can't do it like you. You're the best in the world.
That's so
That's nice.
funny.
I would
That's
say it
great.
in front of the kid. I'd be like, yeah, her mom's just better at. Moms are better at that.
That's really good of you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Are
the
you
other way
being
around.
a great stepmom?
I was-
Yeah,
I
you
was
knew
pretty
exactly how to
gnarly.
play that shit. Damn.
Yeah, I'd be like, I can't. It's a thing that only moms can do because they're magical.
Not only are you manipulating the children into never
Catch
asking
me
you for
eating out the
something
baby
serious.
mama.
That's the
Don't
thing. You're
catch
also
me.
getting into the mom's good graces as
Yeah.
well. That's great.
This is kind of Manipulative.
I like it.
Oopie, someone's read a power book.
She does. She
About
reads
power
the
dynamics.
47 laws of power. I don't
Actually,
know.
there's 48 of them, sweetie. Catch your last law.
Oh, they added a chapter.
Oopies.
Oopies, I made
Someone
it too.
didn't read the preface. Is it preface?
I don't know.
Preface.
I would assume, yeah.
It's spelled preface.
I've never
It
had a
is.
book read to me before. Like, I guess I could have gotten an audio book. Those are
You've never had a book read to you?
not. I mean, like a real book. You know,
Listen.
like my mom wasn't reading like War and Peace to me when I was.
No. We got read to in school, but they never, in Florida, they skipped the preface, honey. They go, let's get into chapter one.
Well, that's
sweetie.
what I was saying. I didn't
We have
even,
no time for
I don't
this.
think we were reading chapter books that way at any point. It was always like
Oh, we read Bridge to Terabithia in school.
Oh, yeah, same.
Oh,
Heartbreaking.
shit.
That
Death.
fucked.
It's
Do you
a
remember?
story of death.
I
I'll
don't know
never
that
Gave
one.
it to us in 4th grade.
I'll never remember. I'll never forget the moment we were all reading, and Leslie or the little sister comes in, and everyone's crying, and the kid's like, "What?" And he's like, "Your girlfriend's dead, and Mama thought you was dead too." And then the teacher was like, "Close the books now." And everybody was like, "What? No, she died."
No.
And the teacher's like, "We'll finish tomorrow."
Cliffhanger.
And that is the magic of a book.
No.
See, now you want to read more, don't you?
It's a good point, though.
Yeah, I mean, but same. Netflix does the same shit. I'm just like
Yeah, that's true.
next. You know?
Yeah.
The shit you learn in school is bizarre, though. Like, why are you hitting me over the head with death? I'm in 4th grade.
We didn't read that one. It must have our curriculum must have like avoided it. We did Red Fern Grows. That was about dogs and dying and shit like that.
I
A lot
think
of
we
dead
read that one.
dogs. Real bad
Oh
body
yeah,
count
we
of dogs.
we had Old Yeller.
Yep. Shiloh.
I loved the movie Shiloh. I watched the movie Shiloh 100 times. I can't believe you just said that because it zoomed me to
I've never seen the
96.
movie, but I only
It's-
read the book, and I was like, I don't need to see the movie. I feel like I saw it, and I was
The
like,
movie's
not like the
iconic,
book.
and I bet it holds up.
I bet you it does. I mean,
No, it does
not to be a
Homeward
cliche
Bound.
where it's like the book is better than the movie.
Which one?
Shiloh, like
Oh, but
they
I
didn't
bet
even.
the
Did they
book's
have
incredible.
Ezra the tongueless man in the movie? I don't even think they
No.
had him.
I'm going to listen to Shiloh on tape on the way home.
No,
There was like a
into
tongueless
that.
man. That's like the thing that haunts me from that book. I'm pretty sure that was
A
Shiloh.
tongueless man?
Yeah, his name was Ezra.
How are you a man without it? I
He
guess
couldn't
you
talk.
could
He'd be like, like, and it was creepy.
How'd
like,
they
to
type
read
that
about
in a
it.
book?
Yeah, it was just like
just letters.
moans indiscriminately or something. It's like,
Oh,
being a tongue-tied man.
he'd have to point and shit. To
my
get,
teacher would turn off the lights and read stories after dark to us in
That's
the dark.
wild. I would sleep all the time when they did that shit.
Same.
When they turned the light off, I never went to sleep.
Do you know when like I would always go to sleep, and then you know when when you do this where you're falling asleep in class and you can feel yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
you fall?
So then
Oh, I
you,
hate
like,
that.
Fall.
Yes.
I've been doing that on planes lately, and I'm like, just sleep. I don't care if I. But you know, you do this on a plane, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh no, I go down.
I
go,
try. That's why I get in a window. Like,
Can I tell you the trick
Mhm.
to a good sleep? You got to bring your carry-on bag and not put it in the thing. If it's small enough, keep it with you if they let you, or you wait
like
till
a backpack or something.
yeah, or you wait till you're allowed to grab it and go grab it, and then you open up your tray. You put your carry-on on the tray. You sit it upright, and then you sort of smush a face into the side of the carry-on, and I just fucking put my
That's
face
so
in
funny.
it.
I can't
put
do
my
a
hoodie up.
facing. I can't
Face
sleep that
into
way.
Your carry-on on the tray table. That's actually one of the
I'm
most
telling you.
absurd things I've ever heard.
I lean it. If you lean it perfectly
Is this
in
girl
front
dead?
of you,
You like-
you can lean on it, and it's just like a whole fucking. It's like a whole bed. It feels
It's like a
you're
pillow.
sleeping.
Yeah, sure.
It's like a pillow.
But I
you don't
can't
even have to
lean
lean
forward.
down.
It's just too.
It's a weird.
I'm a back. I gotta
Yeah.
sleep like that, like
Same.
going
I
backwards.
can't sleep like this on a plane. What kind
I
of
can.
fucking
I don't know
psycho?
how.
What kind
I
of fucking psycho?
I can. I
This
can.
goes.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're psychotic. You bring down the tray
Okay,
table.
if
Use
there's
your carry-on as a face pillow.
Listen,
That's
bitch.
insane.
You pack a
There's
bed.
2 ways to sleep, and the choice is this or this. I'm sleeping like this.
I'm doing a different thing.
This or this.
I like.
Why wouldn't you choose this? Who wouldn't choose
A
this?
travel pillow.
I don't do a pillow.
No,
I just
fuck a travel
straight up
pillow.
back.
I gotta tell
get
you,
an
no
aisle.
one
I'm
travels
of
with
this
a travel
too.
pillow anymore. I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, I don't like too much.
We stopped
like,
bringing our pillows on planes.
Yeah, I don't like
once
too much.
we're all
People got
giving each other
blankies,
viruses.
they got fucking-
No, don't bring your. I had a bitch bring her old teddy bear and
That's
holding
me.
next to me. It's like I don't need your childhood bear in my.
Yeah, there's like they're just waking up and coming to the thing like they woke up and like they're
Ew,
when they were
seeing
10.
a grown woman with her blankie on the plane makes me fucking
Yeah,
sick.
isn't it make you just go like, I hope it crashes.
Yeah.
I
Take-
can't.
I am the grown woman with her blankie.
No.
People used to wear
Doing this,
suits.
It's lucky.
You're so fashion conscious. People used to wear suits on. I'm not saying I ever walk up there on a fucking suit or anything, but I'm not like
If I
I have
had a-
shoes on. I'm not wearing like slippers and fucking walking up there like I'm Wee Willie Winky with a
Very,
fucking night hat
very
on and
rarely
shit.
will you catch me slipping fashionably
I
on a
see, yeah.
plane. I like to look
Slipping?
cute on a plane,
Really?
honey.
You
I
have
have
a fantasy of
I have
meeting-
airport romances every day.
Do you?
sweetie. Yeah. One time my cousin flew on a plane and she literally was flying from New York to LA and she sat next to a hot guy and they made out the whole plane ride and then never talked again.
I gotta like stop taking Xanax because I get on a plane. I'm like, I don't know who's next to me. I'm zombie mode the
I'm not
whole
trying
way.
to connect with strangers on planes.
Only
I
time
connect when it lands and we're about to leave. I go, where are you going? Or something. If I'm going to say anything when we're waiting to go, because that's the time to do it when you're not stuck in the conversation. You
I
never
would like-
start the conversation at the beginning of the flight. That's a bad
depends
move.
how
I would like
long
them
it
to
is,
offer
too.
me something. Maybe an antibacterial gel. Maybe a piece of gum.
One time I was flying on my birthday and the lady next to me bought me dinner
Wild.
on the flight. And she
Imagine being that nice.
Said, yeah, she said no one should have to spend their birthday on a flight.
That's nice.
No. I
was
You
like, you're
got to
right,
the
bitch.
conversation about it being your birthday. I have headphones in. Everyone is just
Kim was-
noise to me. They're like human, like visual noise too. They're just like in the way. I'm just like, oh, it's clutter. I just want to like get in my hole, the window seat, and pass out from. I want to like sit down and just go like this, and then the way I wake up is when the wheels go, and you're like, huh? And
I got to
you're-
tell you something makes
I-
me nervous about the window seat.
I
What?
love a good window.
I like the window seat, but it feels like too close to the outside.
I like that.
Oh
You
yeah,
know
like
what I
if it
mean?
like crashes.
Not even if it crashes. What if the window falls out and you just get sucked through the hole?
That's my
I
dream.
never.
That's a lawsuit
vacation.
for United. That's for sure. Someone's
you
getting a lot of
won't-
money.
You're not getting it.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
It doesn't matter. And I already looked it up. If you fall out of a plane, if you fall like
Who
30,000,
looks this up?
if you fall out of a plane at
Of
30,000
course.
feet, it takes like 3.5 minutes to hit the ground. Do you know how long that is when you're free falling in the air? You have time to think of. Imagine how long when you're when you're bombing at 3.5 minutes. It's so. It's so.
You're literally made of
long.
ice.
It feels like
by the time you hit the
7.
ground too. You're like made of ice.
There was a
You will
a
shatter
flight
it.
attendant that was in an airplane crash. She fell 27,000 feet, and she was the sole. She survived
She
with
survived.
just
I
a
know that
broken
you-
rib and some scratches. And I'm like, her ex boyfriend must have been terrified when everyone, she had an ex. She was
I
like
need to
19.
know
You know,
every
she had
detail of that.
at least one ex. You know, when everyone died and she came out of the rubble unscratched, he was like, this is scary.
I need to know every detail. Like I need to talk to that woman. I've heard this like statistic before, and I just got to go like, when you were falling, was like, were you awake? Like, do you remember hitting the ground? Like, were you like, I hope I land on this soft grass? Like, what did she?
I
even
think a
land
lot
on?
of people, when they survive plane crashes, they just black out and wake up like on the ground already.
Surviving a plane crash is one thing. She survived not only a plane crash but a free fall of 27,000 feet.
I could barely survive a flat tire.
I trip on a step, I fucking might be
My
doomed. You
day's
know what I mean?
ruined.
I have a random cut on my finger. I don't know where it came from. It's taking me out.
yeah, no, I know.
I'm terrified of a curb end in my life at the moment. You know what I mean? I step off that, I'm gonna like twist an ankle.
I
It's gonna-
just twisted an ankle walking the other day.
yeah.
I got more hurt walking, taking a step to go eat a bite out of a block of cheese in privacy in my own home than this bitch did at 37,000 feet.
Oh my lord! I gotta just talk to her. I gotta find out everything about
Well,
it.
I
What
need
was
her
she
energy. I
wearing?
need her luck.
Yeah, that's true. And then also like get me all of your medical reports so we can find out like what are your bones made of? What are you like?
What do you eat?
Yeah. Also, what her
do you
husband
eat?
like you said, terrified of her, but like also like it'd be tough to like have sex with her then, knowing she could destroy you.
She could survive a brutal plane crash. And she also not only, I think...
If she's like, choke me, you're like, I never can enough.
If I'm remembering the story right, she fucking survived the plane crash and crawled through the jungles for 6 days until she found like humans.
Oh my God. I would land
She
and
had-
go, well, I
she could
did
take a
that.
dick.
She had a maggot infestation.
Yeah.
No problem.
She could take a dick.
Take it.
She
Probably.
can handle a crash. She could take a dick.
She's like, oh, someone's like, I hope it's not too big for you. And she's like, believe me, I'll be all right.
I could take a beating.
Yeah. I landed on my pussy from 27,000 feet. I'll be fine.
You ever have a life jacket inflate inside you?
That would be
She
a
has
wonderful.
like war stories from the plane.
That'd be a wonderful compliment, though, if she wanted to pay a gentleman. She's like, listen, as someone who's been pounded from 27,000 feet, you really brought the heat last night.
Do you remember when Travis Barker?
Yeah, he like just got on a plane for the first time recently.
I know the Kardashians will make you do some wild
DJ,
things.
yeah,
The
DJ AM
Kardashian
died.
puss will make you forget about a whole plane crash you were in. Apparently, Who died?
Skip right on.
DJ AM, remember him?
Yes.
no, I don't.
DJ AM.
Who was that?
I feel like he was a guy you would have
He
dated.
was. He was like running the nightclub scene in LA.
No.
Yeah,
In,
I
like,
really knew it was coming.
Early 2000s.
I never even heard of him.
DJ AM and Travis Barker, they were on a plane together. They were supposed to be like at some club in Hollywood. It was a big fucking thing. And then the plane crashed. DJ AM died, right?
Yeah.
DJ AM used to date Nicole Richie.
Yeah.
I know my
He
facts.
died.
The day the music died. That's all about a plane crash. Without this
It
one,
is?
yeah, that one's about like Buddy Holly and shit. Like, and
Wait,
this one's
Buddy
our
Holly.
So
version.
were they the only
Yeah.
two on the plane?
There were other people, but no one famous. I
But
don't
everyone
think.
else died, and Travis
Yeah.
Barker was the only
Travis
survivor?
Barker and someone else lived. I want to say it was like a musician, but not a famous one. I don't remember though. I think
Travis
2 people
Barker
lived.
Is so hot to
What's
me.
the secret to this survival on a plane?
Where he was sitting, I think, was his secret. He got early luck, and it was a private plane, so it was like
He had his lucky pen in
those
his
commercial
pocket.
jets. When they go up, I mean, think of the fuel. Think of all the
I
other
can't,
horse shit
this
on there.
This is giving me anxiety.
Wait,
I'm
what,
sorry.
the ones that we're on, you mean?
Yeah, commercial jets, like
Yeah,
just a
but
huge
those don't crash as
737. Right, exactly. So, but like when you're on a private jet, I've gotten lucky enough to do that a handful of times now. You go, this thing goes down. Who gives a shit? Look at me right now. This is great. People will know I was on a private jet. Killer.
No, that's not my
You get like a euphoria that you go like, let it go down. I'll even try and land it. I'll go up there in the cockpit. I don't
cocky.
give a, I do. I fucking told Tom, I go, I've played so much Flight Simulator. You want me in that. If both those guys have heart attacks and it's between you and I know I'm blind, but
I was
you
going
want
to
me.
say you're blind.
You want me on, it lands itself. You just need the instruments. You get
Imagine
your
if
coordinates.
they go, we got a pilot on board, and a dude with glasses this thick raises his hand.
I go, I played Flight Simulator.
I'm
The
panicking.
plane's about to go down, and he has practice on the flight.
He's better than us. Yeah.
I would take a bong out. I would go,
No.
Now you're
all right,
ripping the bong.
I'd have to. I'd go, is there any weed on the plane? You know what I
No, Josh.
Yes, you have to, because I'd have to get into
I'm
Flight Simulator
stoned,
mode.
Captain.
I've only done this high. That's what I would say. I've only-
Well, there was that time
I'm
a
an
few-
edible.
Yeah,
Quick.
yeah.
Hurry.
I'd have
Give
to
him a
smoke.
shotgun. We're
I'd have a
blowing
joint.
weed into his mouth like a slutty flight
Oh, this
attendant.
is
We're getting-
Falcon to
we're getting-
Tower.
We're getting Mr. Josh ready.
Mr. Josh, we think you're
Save
gonna
us, Mr. Josh. Please, the plane is going. Please, Mr.
Get
Josh.
Mr. Josh the freeze pipe.
I would.
Mr. Josh, the freeze pipe.
I would 100%. Yeah, it's in the thing in the emergency cabinet. I would straight up like rise to that
There's
occasion.
like an extra engine that we could use, but instead we do the freeze pipe just so you could try to land the plane. I like
oh, that's
it.
so funny. I would sincerely like if that happened on an airplane. I would want to do that. Like I would want to try and like land it, and I would just go like at the
Not me.
worst case scenario. I'm on the headset and I'm like, is there anyone in the tower that can talk me through this?
Can you imagine?
That's my worst nightmare.
No,
My
I'd
worst
love it.
Nightmare is like, I also think like hooking up with somebody on a plane is like hot in theory, but in actuality,
It's
disgusting.
It's gross.
It's
yeah.
really gross.
Where do you go in the bathroom? I mean, on a private
the
plane,
whole
it's
pl-
hot.
On a
Like that
private
would be
plane,
hot.
if you have a bed on a plane, fine.
No bed. I'm saying like even just like
She wants a bed on her.
a
plane.
bench. There's like a bench on the back of them,
Right.
some of them, and
There's a
then
stool.
you just shut that. You shut that little.
Give me a quick. I just lift my leg up. Give me a quick fuck on the stool, baby. Stick her in on the stool. If you,
Could you just stand in the aisle? Just eat me out here in the aisle.
So we can say we did it.
Yeah.
Eat me out.
I'm in the Mile High Club.
I'm just trying to get into the
You're
club.
like this on the roof.
You know there are couples that have just stuck it in real quick so they could say they did.
Oh, there's hand jobs happening on planes. There's fingerings all the time. You see the blanket across two people, and they're like,
Fingering on a plane.
"Oh yeah." I remember I fingered a girl on my ski bus one time, like for ski club.
Ski club?
Yeah, that was like
On the way up to the slope.
on the
Now
way
you're
home.
getting-
Actually,
Now you're getting strange and
sorry.
ski
Yeah, we
club.
got a little handsy in the ski bus.
No, the ski kids were out of control.
Yeah,
apparently.
they were.
I did all that in movies.
Movies. I mean, I've hooked up in movies too, but it
I
was
saved it all
deliberate.
for parties at my house.
That's so funny.
What
like,
parties at your house?
Yeah, my parents partied a lot, and we'd just invite like every kid in the neighborhood too.
Really?
Yeah.
And did
Like if they had parties, I'd wait till they were drunk, and then I'd invite my friends, and then my parents wouldn't care if they came over. 'cause
and then
they
you
were all
would
drunk
do it in
already.
front of everybody.
No, then we'd go off into the room, and my parents
Oh.
were probably also fucking their friends in their room.
I thought
Who knows?
I thought it was
Who
public
knows?
sex we were talking
No,
about. I was
no.
like, oh, so you just did it in front of your parents and their friends?
No.
Or tried to hide it. But yeah, movies. I did it in a movie like scheduled though. Like this is noon. No one's going to see Phoenix Rising or whatever. You know what I mean? So
You
like
got
you
an
plan
empty
it out.
theater.
Yeah. And then you go in the back, and then last
The
row.
back. Listen, don't sit in the back of a theater unless you want cum on the bottom of your pants. that belongs to
no,
someone else.
don't sit on the back.
Well, we were going to contribute to that aspect of things, hopefully. So that's why we went back there.
Not you making the seats 1 inch higher.
That's so gross. That's so gross. Mr. Josh.
Mr. Josh, thanks for taking me to the movies.
Mr. Josh, I can
Go sit in the front row.
Mr. Josh, I can see better here.
You guys go sit in the way, way front. Me and your mom are going to go sit in the way, way back. And we'll see you when the words are done at the end.
When the words
When
are
the
done.
lights come on.
If a guy takes me to the movies, I always like to use the line, "You want to sit in the back so we can make out?"
You
That's your
use
line.
that
And then do they
one.
say, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then I go,
What's the
"No,
response?
the back freaks me out.
Yeah, and then you turn it on them.
I
They're
go,
like,
"No, it's full of cum," and then I tell them how OCD I am. It's full of cum. I can never
that's
do those
so
jokes.
funny.
Sitting in, I mean, like, okay, it's crazy how like when you're like a horny teen and you have to do things out of necessity.
Oh, like cars. Yeah.
Cars.
It's
vans.
dangerous.
Yeah, how many
How's that?
graveyards have you guys hooked up in, like, just because that's where, like, it's
I've
dark?
hooked up in a graveyard.
I
Yeah.
have too.
I'm saying, like, in a car, though. I mean, at least for
Not
me.
the
but
ghost jacking off around me.
The souls masturbating to you in the window.
Ghost come,
Ghost cum.
dude.
Ghost cum is just rain. When it's raining, all the ghosts are just jizzing a
That's
little
so
on
funny.
you.
That checks out.
Right? It's just a ghost that's furiously masturbating over your
It's the
town.
angels come.
It's the angels come.
They're in heaven coming down on us.
And when it hails,
That's what they mean when they say heaven comes to you.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say that.
oh yeah, when they say heaven comes to you.
You know the old saying,
The old
Yeah.
saying.
heaven comes to you.
What did our moms used to say, like, God's crying, that's why it's raining? What a
Yeah.
morbid thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather God be coming if it's raining. Then you go, oh, it's a nice thing. He's,
He's, so
he's
happy.
coming, the
woman.
plants are growing, we get
She's
water.
coming.
Oh, God,
she's
God's
coming down.
squirting.
God's squirting.
It's clear that God's a woman if rain has come.
Yeah.
She's squirting us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting to the
Yeah,
the
because
solution.
if God was a man, rain would just be ropes of rain. You know?
Yeah. It would be thicker
Only like
drops.
one street would get rained on. you
That's
know?
true.
But it'd be
Yeah.
like for the whole street.
Like, yeah, and rain's unpredictable. She's a moody bitch.
And it'd be raining 6 times a day.
if a guy.
well,
be
in
so
some
much
parts of the
rain.
world,
God-
Miss God is coming on a lot of things.
Hey, God, it might be, yeah, that's true. She
Amazon.
gets horny.
Drought.
Hey, you get horny out of the country.
Yeah.
She's from USA.
Pacific
I like to
Northwest.
think of God being somewhere else in the world on vacation.
Yeah, she just travels around.
Yeah, God's from
Pacific
Kansas,
Northwest. She's
actually.
drinking a lot of
No.
Pedialyte and squirting quite a bit up there. So
Oh, man.
Not God coming on us, and that's rain.
that's,
Too much.
that's where we went there with that. Yep.
Noise.
Noise.
Sick.
I don't know what this one is.
Pinky swear.
Noise.
Sick.
Fucking pinkies. Pinkies in the stinkies.
noise.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
I feel like this was a thing. Or no, this might be
Remember
just I
2
love
in
you.
the pink, 1 in the stink.
Yeah, that was the
It's
shocker.
this one. Have you ever gotten one of these in you?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
It's never been in this shape before.
No, it's never been in the.
No
You've
one-
gotten this?
No psychos
Someone
like.
shocked you?
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, but like through.
She said it like she gets shocked regularly.
I feel like,
Now
yeah,
you're
don't
gonna-
make me crazy when you're doing the sign that everyone does.
Now you're getting shocked on
no,
the
but
reg.
like, let's talk about this.
And that's just... and
Like
that's
literally,
just a
quite.
Monday.
It wasn't quite literally like this, was it?
No.
Okay, that's what I was. You know what I'm saying? Like quite
Come
literally,
here.
like
That
just.
looks like it would hurt.
Yeah, like you gotta
This
like.
looks like a
it's
good
more
promise
like
that you make
it's
someone.
a mesh of fingers more than it's a.
This looks like a Boy Scout.
Yeah, this is insane. This is like
You
a
guys,
fucking.
stop doing the shocker
alien-
sign.
an
We're gonna have
alien.
to blur this out.
What? What's that?
It
Uh-oh.
blurred itself out.
Yeah. Alien, like it'd be like hello,
No.
Nanu Nanu. or
Not the
whatever.
alien shocking
What
you.
was it that Mork and Mindy? It was this or Nanu Nanu was this? He
I
was
don't
doing the
remember.
double like.
I don't know.
But yeah, you can't say you've been thised.
Oh, sorry, might be.
You know
I
what?
thought I had been this.
You know what I like?
Have
I
you?
thought I'd been that.
That's
Hey,
what I'm
you know what my
saying, though.
move is?
What?
I like to be held like a bowling ball.
When you,
What's
no,
up?
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
It's more that.
I like to be.
Definitely more a bowling
It's
ball.
this.
Right, it's a melch of fingers.
It's Spider-Man.
Yes, it's more Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
than this.
You should be Spider-Man.
Who's
in your
using
chick.
this finger?
And I want to be held by it. You should be able to pick me up and carry me around like an appetizer tray.
no.
sweetie.
Yeah, like a gotta have a
Yeah.
waiter's wrist for Kim.
Yeah, yeah.
Got
You
it.
just should be bouncing me on this.
If you can handle 4 entrees at once, call Kim Congdon.
Listen, if you ever worked at a Chili's, hit my line.
Chili's.
Hit my line. I'm in
Yes.
it for the Southwestern egg rolls, if you know what I mean, sweetie.
It's more
Chili's
Spider-Man-y.
daddy.
You are correct.
Yeah.
That's a great. I've never even thought about the Spider-Man, but now it's like
That's where
I'm
the
gonna
web
end
comes
up being,
from.
Yeah,
It's-
it's getting,
yeah.
getting some webs going.
Can you
Yeah.
not do that noise? She's like, yeah, it's more like Spider-Man.
You know,
I don't
it's,
even know what it is.
it's the come hither.
That,
Okay.
a girl tried to describe it to me that way one time, like very early on in my sexual history, or whatever. She goes, "It's just you do this like come hither thing," and I was like, "All right." I did more like coochie coochie. You know what I'm saying? Like you're petting a dog. You know what I mean?
Coochie,
Then-
coochie, coochie,
yeah. And I just wasn't grasping it, and then like it clicked for me on my own, and I go, "That's what she was fucking talking about."
Well, come hither's a weird direction.
yeah,
come
I
hither
didn't
is
like
like-
that. It felt old lady. Like, too.
Come hither is like you
about
are
my
a little
pussy.
kid. You want candy at the nicest house in the neighborhood. The creepiest guy opens and he goes, "Come hither."
Yeah, it's
That's what that action
it's
is.
luring. It's
yeah,
like-
it's scary.
You want to wear this?
like
A Werther.
yeah.
You want some bark? Remember that caramel bark?
Peppermint bark?
I don't know.
my image of it was more like a woman like walking away, being like. So I'm thinking, I'm like,
You were itching it.
yeah, I was scratching it like it was an
bleeding?
itch. Yeah, it was basically.
Now you're moving her IUD by
I
accident.
feel like
Yeah, what's this? Pulling it out. 'cause
Is
I'm
this an
doing it.
anchor?
I pull it out. I'm like, what's? I found this in there.
what
Is this floss?
dude, IUDs scare me.
Yeah, dude.
Do you have one?
No. What the fuck I need to be on birth control for? Catch me getting on birth control in my 30s.
No.
Listen, pull out queen, Ben pull out queen. I
You're
use
the queen. You make.
I use condoms
that's
with
okay,
guys that
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not dating. If I like hook up with a guy, and then guys that I'm dating, I pull out, and it's always
You pull
worked.
it. I like how you say that.
She
I pull
pulls
it.
out. She pulls her pussy out.
You say it like
My pussy's in there.
you're like I'm the pull out queen. I'm like, how are you doing it successfully right now? Don't you?
Well, it's more of a push out for me.
I guess. Yeah. I guess if you could. That's
Get
what I
off
mean.
me.
That's
I
quite
kind of
the
have
skill.
to take both my feet like I'm a gargoyle laying down
Nah.
and push their
And how do you
hips.
know it's happened? I mean, I guess
I
you,
flip them up over me into an arm bar usually.
You never
Break
get
their arm,
any-
and that's when sex is over.
you never get any like surprises, or you just know they're gonna. It's gonna happen,
Well, you know.
or you just go like,
You do know.
"Mama's had her fun. No one gives a shit what's going on."
Move.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you know. That's interesting.
All right, my phone's gonna die.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
before it dies.
What?
Shout out to Laughing Gas.
Oh, the people that got us high enough to have these fucking insane conversations in the first place.
Mr. Josh.
Mr. Josh loves
Listen,
laughing gas.
Mr. Josh wouldn't be here being Mr. Josh if it wasn't for laughing gas and how high we got. So shout out to our boys. Not me calling the team our boys. Our boys over at the ice cream shop. Listen, if you want to go to the coolest fucking dispensary in LA, hit up the ice cream shop. It's ice cream with a K, Kream.
Studio City, Ventura Boulevard. They got that good weed, the Joey Diaz weed, that laughing gas. Give them a follow. Tell them we sent you.
You want to get the highest you've ever been in your life? Smoke laughing gas. I swear.
It really is fantastic. I'm not even like, it's the best.
Look
my
at Mr.
favorite.
Josh.
Yeah,
Look at Mr. Josh.
Mr.
Josh's
really
hat was blue before he smoked. Okay, so get on board. Get some laughing gas. Go on their Instagram right now and say this bitch podcast sent you. If anything, order some weed, show some love. Thank you, Joey Diaz. We love you. Support the show. Sarah, where can people find you?
At Princess Shank on Instagram, Twitter. Show dates are on there as well. I'm going to be with Josh July 16th in San Diego. 2 shows, a 7 o'clock and a 10 o'clock.
Sure is.
And then the following weekend,
buy tickets.
We're going to be in Bellflower the 22nd.
It's June now. I keep forgetting that. Like, time to promote that.
Yeah. It goes by so quick.
It goes by so fast.
Do you have any? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The 3 of us are going to be in Bellflower on July 22nd.
Who's that? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, did I say yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Daddy has been on pills the last month for surgery.
Daddy's doing the
so
show.
yes,
Josh.
forgets things that I said that I looked at my calendar.
Mr. Josh, you promised.
I said I'm sorry to derail. I in therapy today, I was like, my calendar's got all these commitments I don't even remember making. I was like,
oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm definitely going to do it though.
You heard the man.
Yeah.
Mr. Josh would never lie.
Mr. Josh would never lie.
Sarah, what about your podcast?
Shank on all things podcast. If you're enjoying this, bitch, leave a review. It just takes 2 seconds. What about you, Josh?
At Josh_Potter on Instagram, at J_Potter on Twitter, and you can just check out the Josh Potter Show every Tuesday on YouTube and all the audio stuff. That's it.
Hell yeah. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon, twitch.tv/QueenKong1. Check out my other podcast, Broad Topix, TOPIX, anywhere you find podcasts. Check out our show at Bellflower, and the rest of my show dates will be on my Instagram. And we'll see you guys next week. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Mr. Josh.
Thank you, Mr. Josh.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.